But today, we're going to be talking about
things that are inconvenient in Japan.
And it was funny because you said you have a really long list, and I said I had a hard time coming up with ideas, which is funny because that really plays into our archetypes where you're like the Japan hater and I'm the Japan lover.
Yeah, you know what? Somebody's got to play the role of devil's advocate, so that's me.
はい、こんにちは、アーサーです。今日もネイティブ同士の本当に生の会話をお届けしたいと思います。初めての方は Welcome to the channel。このチャンネルではですね、英語を学ぶだけじゃなくて実際に話せるようになるお手伝いをしています。で、そこで今回もアメリカ人の友達のオースティンと話してみました。テーマは日本で暮らしていてここが不便だなと感じることですね。病院だったり役所の書類だったり電車の乗り換えだったり日本人には当たり前のことが外国人の目にどう映るのか、日本に10年以上住んでいる外国人の本音トークですね。見慣れた日常が外から見るとちょっと違って見える面白さ、ぜひ楽しんでくださいね。それでは Let's get started. Yeah, but what was funny is the first thing you said on your list really got me, which was
going to the doctor.
Yeah.
It's like, look, it's so frustrating because I'll explain why I hate going to the doctor. And I think it's funny because I think your opinion on the doctor will change depending on what country you're from.
Okay.
I think if you're from like a socialist country that has like socialized healthcare and everything, I think the Japanese healthcare system is something you're already very familiar with. So it's not a big deal for you.
Yeah.
But as an American, it sucks.
Yeah.
I hate it. I don't like going to the doctor.
The good thing about it though is that it's cheap.
It is cheap.
Yeah.
And like, look, I'm not going to say like the medical care is bad or anything, but it is not convenient. You know, if I have a cold, okay, like I'll give you two examples. If I have a cold in the United States, do you want to know what I do?
What?
Man, I really slurred right there. Do you want
to
know what I do?
But I understood what you were saying anyway, so.
Do you want to know what I do?
Keep on going, sweet cheeks.
I get out of bed if I have a fever and I've got this really heavy cold. I go to the cupboard and I get my cough medicine and I take my cough medicine and I go back to bed.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
And do you want to know why I can do that? Because in America, you can get very strong cough medicine called NyQuil or,
Dayquil.
whatever flavor you want. And you just have heavy duty cough medicine that, yes, it'll put you to sleep, but it's very effective, right?
Yeah.
But if I have the same scenario here in Japan, I have to get out of bed with this high fever, super sick. I have to go to the clinic, which to be fair, usually is within walking distance.
Right.
That is good. But then I usually have to wait like 30 minutes to an hour because there's other sick people who have the same problem. And then go see a doctor who sometimes can get your symptoms and cares enough to actually pay attention to you and like give you good medicine. Or sometimes you'll just get a doctor who's like, I don't want to deal with this. So here's just some random crap.
I remember, just speaking about that, because that's what really, really shell-shocked me when I went to the doctor was, so I,
we're not even done, by the way.
Yeah, but I just
That's half the story.
I gotta share part of this though. So like, I have this watch I really like.
Yeah.
And I think in Japan, because I sweat so much or something, I started to get like a rash where I had the watch. And so I went to the guy and I said, hey, I've had this watch for a while. And when I put it on, I get a rash. Like, can I get something to fix this?
Yeah.
And the doctor's response was, just don't wear the watch.
Yeah.
I was like, what? That's not the problem. I was fine with it before. Now I'm not fine. He says, yeah, why do you need to wear that watch? And I was like, what?
Yeah. So, all right. So now that the interlude's over.
Sorry, man.
The story's so long, I mean, we needed to take a break.
I know. This is the intermission. Everyone went out to get some popcorn.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay. So now we're finally done from the doctor. We've got our little medical chit.
Yeah.
Now we need to go to the pharmacy, which is, to be fair.
Did you say medical sheet?
Chit.
What's a chit?
Oh, maybe that's a military term.
It probably is.
It's a little form.
Oh, it's a little form. So a medical form. CHIT, chit?
Yeah.
I've only heard chit in like chit chat.
Interesting.
Okay.
Well, now you know.
Yeah. The more you know.
So you got your medical chit.
Yeah.
And you go to the pharmacy, which again is next door, so that is convenient. But it's like, can we just have it in the same freaking building?
I mean, yeah.
Anyways,
in the States, it's normally in the same building.
Right. So you go over to the pharmacy and once again have to sit down and wait an extended period of time. And sometimes it's 5 minutes, but sometimes it's like 30 minutes, because there's a lot of people in the morning, especially because everybody's going to the clinic when they're sick in the morning, right? And then finally you get your stuff and you have to walk all the way home. And it's like, at that point, we're at like an hour and a half or 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to get like some like fever medicine.
Yeah.
So,
and I mean, you can, and
it
like,
sucks, man.
You can get the fever medicine in like a pharmacy, but you normally have to take like, because we're bigger too, so you have to take like 2 or 3 times the dose. And like, so that's what I end up doing, because when I think about like my hourly wage versus waiting time, it's like not worth it. I'll just go buy it. But even then, it's like when I look at the dosage, it's like, oh, this is made for on average 60 kilos, because the Japanese prescriptions are made on like 60 kilos, whereas the average American prescription is made on 80 kilos as a base. So when I look at this, I'm like, oh, okay, I have to take double. And sometimes even double is not enough. I have to take like a little bit more, you know? And then it's like, oh, I'm using 2-3 times the amount of medicine I should. That feels kind of wasteful.
Yeah. So, I mean, like when we're talking about inconvenient stuff, for me, it's like the medical thing is like right off the bat. But I'll tell you another one, unless you want to share.
Well, so I have one that still pisses me off a lot. So it used to be all the paperwork, but Japan's really developed. I was able to file my taxes, file for my visa application online. Super great, wonderful. That's like, why can't we do that in the States now?
Yeah.
And but the thing that still gets me, is the character bites when you're like writing in like on a form. Dude. Like you'll write, it needs to be full width kanji. Okay, I did kanji. That's fine. Now it needs to be full width Romaji. Okay, I did it. All capital letters. No, that's not full width. It looks the same. No, you have to use this one. So I have to switch it. Okay, now that's good. And then like, there have been so many times when like I'm switching from kanji to then I switch to like Romaji and I'm typing in numbers. And then one of the numbers is not like a full width character. But I don't notice it because like one full width and one half width looks the same pretty much.
Yeah.
And so then I get through the form and at the end it's like, oh, you didn't do this. What? Oh, I have to fix this. Okay.
Yeah.
But recently though, they started to have ones that like autocorrect for you. Yeah. But not on the government websites,
Not on the government ones, man. Dude, so I had a similar situation happen back a while ago in winter when I lost my Suica card or my Teikiken. And we spent like 45 minutes looking for my name registered. And so like originally the guy's like, oh, what's your name on the card?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, Mira Austin.
Yeah.
Right. And he's like, okay. And he looks, you don't have one.
Yeah.
I do. I know I have one.
Yeah.
I have a Teikiken.
Yeah.
I use it every day. I know I have one. Look again. And he like gets all frustrated. And it's like 5-10 minutes goes by. And finally he's like, you wrote your name in English.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah. That's my name. I wrote it in English.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why does it need to make that distinction?
Well,
you know what I mean?
It's funny because I get this with like bank accounts or government documents a lot too. Because on I remember though actually.
So I'm actually screwed because I use my middle name on my debit card.
Yeah.
And that makes things really complicated because so my full name is, I don't know if I've ever said it on the channel.
Do you want to see your full name on this channel?
I don't care.
Okay.
What are you for you people?
They're going to find your address, man.
I can't even friggin' say my own address. That's a lie. I know my address. But this is Miller Austin James, right? I have 2 names, Austin James, right? And some forms, including my own bank, there's not enough space for me to write out my name, but I filled the name out. So it won't accept anything other than my full name.
Yeah.
And so if I can't put my full name on there, my card gets declined.
Yeah.
It's Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so annoying.
Yeah, the tough thing is like I remember when the thing that gets me is when you write your name.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether I need to write in romaji or katakana. But then another thing is, normally you put furigana on top. And when I've written my name in katakana, I would think that I don't need furigana because it is the katakana right there.
Yeah.
But then I go up to the form like, no, you need to put on the furigana to yomikata. I'm like, it's the same thing. Okay, I'm just gonna copy it right here again, So that thing like really gets me.
Yeah.
But I think that's like, it's almost like foreigners are a bug in the system, almost.
Yeah, we are.
We just don't match,
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, so it's tough because also like in like Japanese names, in spaces, you put like a dot.
Yeah.
You put that middle dot.
Yeah.
So sometimes I put in the middle dot and sometimes I didn't put in the middle dot because in everyday life I don't.
Yeah.
And so then when I hate doing everything related to my bank because that's when it needs to be exactly the same. And that's just when it doesn't work,
Yeah. So I just try to avoid stuff.
Yeah.
Try to avoid it as much as I can.
Yeah.
One other thing that I think is really inconvenient, and this is I don't know. I don't know if you could say this is convenient, but it feels inconvenient to me. Is as soon as you ride the train that is not JR.
What do you mean?
So you know JR trains, right?
Yeah.
For me, I feel like trains are really, really inconvenient as soon as you're not riding JR.
So JR is convenient, but other trains are not.
JR is convenient because you have like the big spots, and especially I'm talking from the perspective like living like being in Kanto.
Yeah.
Like, all around the prefectures around Tokyo and in Tokyo. So JR is like, obviously JR's got all the big like train station spots, but I'll give you an example. So I live in Shonan, and my big train lines, I have Tokaido-sen, Shonan Shinjuku-sen, Yokosuka-sen, and Odakyu-sen, right? Those are like the big train lines. So 3 of those are JR.
Okay.
Very convenient. They go to all the places I want to go. They go all over Tokyo. They go to Saitama. It's great. Then you have Odakyu-sen, which goes to Shinjuku, which is a convenient location, but that train is anything but convenient.
Yeah,
it is. If you try to ride Odakyu-sen, and I've noticed that this is very similar with like a lot of like non-JR lines. I don't know what it is about the train stations for non-JR lines, but they are so confusing.
Okay.
Like, I'll give you an example. If I'm riding Odakyu-sen and I get off, I'm just going to name like a big station on that line, like Shimokitazawa.
Yeah.
Right? If I get off at Shimokitazawa and I want to ride the line that goes to if I'm coming back from Shinjuku and I want to ride the Odakyu line that goes to Fujisawa, right? I have to get off and go up from platform 4 all the way over to platform 1 to transfer onto the same train.
Yeah.
Just because like those train lines, even though they're the same train, they go to different locations.
Yeah.
And the one that goes to Fujisawa is like all the way over on that line.
Dude.
But it's just like, it's so...
You're bringing back bad memories of the KQ line.
Yeah, no, but KQ's the same though, right?
Yeah.
So you get off and yeah, sure, there's going to be train lines on these trains that are like small stations and they just have one train going in and out. But as soon as you hit a big station, I don't know what it is about the non-JR lines, but they're just like all jumbled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to give you some contrast, okay? So Shonan Shinjuku-sen, Yokosuka-sen basically both go to the same place. Like there's 2 different variants. Shonan Shinjuku will either go to Yokosuka or will go to Odawara.
Yeah, right.
Right? Tokaido-sen goes to Atami.
Yeah.
Like it goes all the way to Atami. And sometimes it stops at like Hiratsuka or whatever. But anyways, so if I want to ride Shonan Shinjuku-sen, that train is always every single station next to Tokaido-sen.
Yeah.
It's always next to Yokosuka-sen. These 3 trains are always next to each other. Every single stop along the way.
Yeah.
And it's super convenient. You know, if I make a mistake and get on the wrong one, it's like, okay, whatever. I'll just go to the platform next to me. And it sucks when I go to the non-JR lines.
Yeah, you know, I feel like the signage for JR lines is better than the signage for non-JR lines.
Yeah.
I think. But you know, it's funny because I never ride on JR lines anymore.
Oh, that's true. You definitely live off the grid.
I do. I live off of the JR grid. That's
but
for
it's
sure.
not convenient, right?
It is not convenient.
You have to go to Yokohama if you want to go anywhere.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting though, like you're saying that, because in some aspects the trains are frequent, the trains are clean, they're very convenient, and then they can also be kind of confusing. But
super.
The things that I feel like it's the train lines that have Q in their names, like Oda-Q, KQ.
Yeah.
Tokyo's not that confusing. It can be confusing sometimes. But yeah, it's just 990Q, right?
I'll tell you, you know what train line I like is Den-Toshi.
Den-Toshi line?
Yeah, that's a good train line.
I had a stalker who lived on that train line one time, so
So Arthur had a bad experience there.
Yeah, so I avoided it for years. But you know, I got to tell you though. So I used to live on the Toyoko line.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of experience now with the Den-Toshi line.
Yeah.
If I had to pick one or the other, I would pick Toyoko line hands down any day.
Okay.
Because I feel like the Den-Toshi line is so much more crowded.
It
like
is very crowded.
I remember during rush hour, I would get killed in there, especially with like a stroller, a baby car.
God, you're not taking a stroller.
You're
there,
not.
Man.
Yeah, whereas Toyoko line is much more free, but also the thing I like about Toyoko line is it goes to places I want to go to.
Yeah.
It can go to Shibuya. It can also go to Ikebukuro, and it also goes to, what's the name in Saitama of the old Meiji period town? What's it called?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
What's it called?
I've been there once.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about,
Yes.
but it's just escaping me right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you can go all the way up there.
Yeah.
And so
Dude,
like,
you know what also does that?
What?
Tokaido-sen stops at all the places you just said.
It does?
Well, Shonan Shinjuku-sen does.
Shonan Shinjuku also stops at the...
Oh, no, actually, Shonan Shinjuku stops.
Yeah, after it stops at Shinjuku, and then it switches off into something else.
Tokaido-sen stops at all the places except for Shibuya.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes up into Saitama.
Yeah, I think now one thing that used to be inconvenient for me that isn't really anymore, because we have Google Maps and everything, is when you tried to navigate the train system with just the maps. Because I remember when I first got to Japan in 2013, I went to the JR station looking for Asakusa station for like 20 minutes. And I couldn't find it. It's like, it's got to be on here.
To be fair, Asakusa station is really misleading.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm thinking of the subway.
Yeah. It's on the subway. Yeah. I was on a JR line.
That place is so hard to find if you don't know where to look.
Yeah.
Like, because the signage there, it feels like there's like no signage for like that points you in the direction of the station.
Yeah. No, I get that. It was really confusing because I remember going up to the JR person saying, "Hey, where's Asakusa station?" And he's like, "You're on the wrong train line." I'm like, "What? I'm on the Tokyo train." Oh, it's a different company. It goes. Did you guys is there like two train mafias that agree to like not to like
they don't communicate at all?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, there's like, go find it yourself.
Yeah.
Non-JR rider.
Basically.
Get out of here.
Yeah. So, but that's like, but to be honest, when I was thinking about this topic of things that were inconvenient, probably when I first moved here years ago, plenty of things, but now I feel like a lot of things have just gotten better and more convenient.
Well, I think there's some truth to that. It's like just living here longer. It's like you kind of start to understand things. But also, dude,
Google Maps works though. Now.
I was gonna say, like, I remember coming to Japan before smartphones were a thing.
Yeah.
You, as a foreigner, I'm not even gonna say as a foreigner. Japanese people even just would get super confused about like the train lines unless it was like in their local area or like their commuter train. It's like, okay, I ride this every day. I know what this does. But it's like, as soon as you go off the grid and like go somewhere you don't know, it's like, dude, good luck trying to figure out. You had to like print off stuff on the internet and like make plans and everything. And it's like, I remember writing in my journal. I remember my host mom would like write these long, complicated letters. It's like, all right, cool. So you ride this bus from our house. Then you go to the station. Then you ride this train for 10 minutes. You get off at this spot. You transfer at this station. Then you ride this train and you transfer here. Then you finally take a 2-minute train. And then you get off at that stop, and then you're at school.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah.
I will remember this, I promise.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like, it's totally different because normally it's more centralized and stuff. So let me ask you, what are some things that used to be inconvenient that you feel have gotten better over the years?
I think for me, giving government documents to non-government entities, I guess is how I'd say, because it's like we have the My Number card now, and it really sucks if you forget your My Number card because you're just shit out of luck now.
Yeah,
because it doesn't even matter if you have the documentation with you. In some places, like going to a new clinic. Yeah, at this point, if you don't have your My Number card, they'll just be like, we can't use your insurance.
Yeah, I remember I gave them my Hokkensho and they're like, no, we're going to need your My Number card.
Yeah, that's a really good example, right? So, but if you remember your My Number card, that's nice. It is nice. So that's better. Another thing that has improved, I think, is paying for things.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. Now, like,
dude,
because like,
oh my God,
like a while ago, everything was so cash based, and now it's like,
it was so bad.
Yeah,
like even 10 years ago when I first got here, because it's like America's had Apple Pay for 15, 20 years, something like that.
Yeah,
it's like Apple Pay has just basically always existed in the U.S. at this point, and it's like people are so conditioned, like Americans, I should say, are so conditioned to paying with your phone that. I remember when I first moved here, I would get my monthly utility bills and my rent. Yeah. And it's just like, I can't pay this on my phone. No. You just got to go to a convenience and pay it. Yeah. And now it's like, beep. Yeah. Done. Yeah. It's so nice. Yeah. And it's like, I don't even need a Suica. Yeah. I have a Suica on my phone. Yeah. Boom. Done. Yeah. I won't lose my Suica.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And it's funny how like everything is so connected now, I'm trying to think about something else that has like gotten more convenient over the years or something that still kind of bothers me. Really? But then again, now, to be honest, like the only thing that really pissed me off was going to the Immigration Bureau. Because those
that
guys,
is still like pulling teeth.
Yeah.
But I found a hack.
Yeah.
I found a hack, man. So next time you got to go to the Immigration Bureau, go to the one on the docks in Yokohama.
Okay.
There's one like you'll go there and you're literally just next to shipping containers and stuff. And you're like, is this the right place? But nobody goes there. Yeah. So I went to the immigration office and I went there last time. And so this only works if you're a Kanagawa resident. Yeah. But we both are. Yeah. So like, dude, I went there and it was so crazy. The place was empty. Yeah. It was literally empty, which is like, as you understand going to the immigration office, that's not the case. Yeah. That is never the case. Yeah. But I went there and like I said, it's literally on the shipping docks in Yokohama. Yeah. And you go out there and they're just like, all right, cool. All done. Yeah. And you just leave. Well, it's like 15 minutes.
Well, I told you, man, just for the first time in my life, I tried to do it online. Yeah. And I showed you how to do it. And it's great because, I know there are lots of people, I think a decent amount of people who watch your channel are kind of anti My Number card. I just have a feeling about that.
I mean, look, I'm one of them.
Okay.
Once you have it, it's fine, but it's a pain in the ass getting it set up.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people are kind of worried about government control and stuff like that. But I just know, like, you log in to the website, you scan the QR code, you tap your My Number card with your phone, which still feels like magic to me. I'm an old guy. And then I got everything done, And what was amazing to me is, when you renew your visa, you have to give proof of income or something like that.
Yeah.
And I remember I used to have to go to the city hall or whatever and have them print out and pay money for that.
Yeah.
No, they now have like a button you can push that'll pull it all in for
nice.
you. And it's like, this is so easy.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to go anywhere. So we'll see what happens with the status of my thing. I'm now starting to, that's another. Okay, this is one thing that really kind of bothers me is the time limits on payments.
Oh my God, that drives. I didn't even think about that, dude. Because it'll be like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
tick, tick, tick.
Well, not even that. It's like so when I get tax documents.
Okay, you're talking about those time limits.
They're like, okay, you have to pay this in 3 days.
Yeah. By the way, that time limit was sent 2 days ago when the mail was out.
Yeah,
so actually,
it's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's literally every time I get, like, if I have some payment I most of my stuff's automatic payments, but every once in a while I'll get like some kind of payment that gets sent in the mail, and it'll be like, all right, cool. So payments due on June 15th, and this is like it arrives June 13th.
Yeah, I know. It was said June 11th.
Yeah, right. And it's like, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
It's so crazy to me because in America, this exact same thing happens, but for whatever reason, the U.S. government's is like, oh, yeah, well, it takes 2 days to usually send stuff by mail.
Yeah.
So we're going to do 2 days ahead is when the thing starts.
Yeah.
Why does Japan not do that? Because the mail, it's not like the mail's ever late here.
Yeah.
The mail's really good in Japan, right?
Yeah.
Why don't we do that?
Yeah. Yeah. But it's like, I'm going about in my day. And it's like, oh, I have this payment I need to make tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to have 3 days. Yeah.
Hurry, because you need to make it paid today. By the way, everything closes at 3:30.
Yeah. Oh man. So because this made me think about it because when you have to give like a document in Japan for some sort of government thing, it has to be like 6 months.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So I have to give them my family registry, Koseki Tohon. That's like 6 months, which is great because I always have one on file that's 1 or 2 months late, And so then I remember one time I went to this is like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, when I went to the immigration bureau and I gave them my Koseki Tohon. And they're like, yeah, this is 4 months old. It must be 3 months old, max. And it was nice. They sent me back with a little folder that I could then mail just the Koseki Tohon. But still, it's like, that seems really strict to me.
Yeah.
But then also, because they also have the records. So wouldn't they be able to just look it up or ask the people?
But that would require other government agencies talking to each other.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay.
That's where it breaks down.
Yeah. And then one thing too with like the residence card. So this is definitely something that our Japanese viewers don't know about is, when you have a residence card in Japan, the process takes 2 months on average to complete. That's what they say. Sometimes it takes longer.
Yeah.
But on average it takes 2 months. But you're not allowed to apply for a renewal until 3 months before.
Yeah.
So you have like 1 month of leeway. And then if you don't apply for it at that time, like, you're going to run late.
Yes.
And that's okay when you're talking to the police. Because the police talked to me just the other day on the street. And
really?
There's actually around here, there's a place. I don't want to say what kind of, it's not a shady store at all, but there's a place around here where for some reason around 4 p.m., the cops always kind of surround a little bit and they look. I'm not sure if it's the store itself or they're catching the traffic on the road or something.
Yeah.
But I was going by them and like, oh, hi, can I see your residence card? It's like, oh, this is the first time in 6 years being asked.
Dude, I have literally never been stopped by the police.
Yeah.
I got yelled at one time.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, I've interacted with the police 2 times.
Yeah.
The first time was when I first moved here, and I just get like this random knock on my door, and I open the door, and there was like 2 young like police girls, and I'm like, I didn't order party, but you guys are welcome to come in. But they were super friendly, but they're just like, hey, we just wanted to talk to the new gaijin in the area.
Okay.
And
hi.
Understand who you are.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it was so funny.
Okay.
Yeah. They were like, can I see do you have a residence card?
Yeah.
And the answer is always yes.
Yes.
And so I gave them my residence card and they said, oh, this expires really soon. I'm like, yeah, I applied for renewal. Like, oh, okay. And you're working, you're a kaishain? I'm like, no, I own my own business. Oh, okay. So, yeah, and where do you live? Like, it's on the card. Like, oh, yeah, that's right. How old are you, by the way? I'm 34.
It's on the card.
Okay. You live around here. Oh, yeah. And it was so funny because then, like, and then I basically was like, hey, guys, I'm on my way to pick up my kid from kindergarten. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry. Here's your card back.
Yeah.
And they just let me go, But it's funny. So those random checks are not really inconvenient. But what's happening now? Because I was about a month late to start. So I applied like at the 2-month mark.
Yeah.
And a little bit more than 2 months. So if the 2 months limit is done in time, I'm going to get my card in time. But now I'm getting emails and notifications from my banks saying, hey, your residence card on file is going to be expired soon.
Okay.
If you don't update it in time, we may freeze your account.
So this is a new thing.
Yeah.
That started, I think, last year or the year before.
Okay.
Because it didn't used to do that.
Yeah.
Right. And I learned the very painful way.
Yeah. Right. I remember
that was the thing. So last year, I'm sure I got emails notifying me, but it's like some
people skip their emails.
Yeah, you just skip your email. Like I'm sure I got this email, but I never noticed it. And then one day, like I went to pull out my card to pay for something, and it's like declined, and I'm like,
what?
I have money in this account. That's not zero. This is beep, 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 and I'm like, dude, what the hell? And so I was like, okay, cool. Well, I'll go to the ATM. So sorry, this is already embarrassing. It's like I don't have my card. I go to the ATM, it gets declined. And I'm like, what is going on here? I checked. Right. I have money in the bank. And then finally, like I called up my bank later that day. And they're just like, oh yeah, well, I mean, your visa was expiring next month. So, you haven't given us your like updated visa. So we just locked your account.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And was it your visa hadn't actually expired?
It hadn't actually expired. It was a month out. Okay. And if you don't update it like a month prior, they'll lock it.
Which is weird because you're only able to like renew it 3 months before, and it takes 2 months.
So this is the annoying part.
Yeah.
Is because actually I had already renewed my visa at this point when it was locked.
Applied for it. You had applied for the renewal.
Yeah,
okay.
I had applied for renewal. But I mean, yeah. And so I was just waiting on the card to go pick up my new Zairyu card. But I couldn't show them the new Zairyu card because I didn't have it.
Yeah.
So I couldn't unlock my account. And after a while of like being in person, talking to the person at the branch, which a lot of Japanese banks, I use MUFG.
Yeah.
And you have to go into your home branch. You can't just go into any branch to do this. So I went into my home branch in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Which was,
far away.
I live away from Tokyo. That's very inconvenient for me. But I had to go in there and eventually sat down with a person and I explained them the situation. I'm like, look, I mean, I'm just waiting for my new Zairyu card. I didn't know I have to tell you guys. And they're just like, well, so we can't unlock your account, but we can give you like a one-time withdrawal.
Okay.
And so I just literally pulled all of the money out of my bank account to try and, because I mean, I can't pay for things for almost 2 months.
Yeah, right.
Right? So it's like, I just took all the money, literally left it at zero for almost 2 months. And then finally I got it unlocked, but man, it took forever.
Yeah, right. I remember that, man.
It sucked.
That's inconvenient.
Yes.
There we go. If anything's inconvenient, it's that. You know?
I
hope I don't deal the same thing too, because I think I'm at this point, I reapplied for my visa 5 weeks ago.
Okay.
And I'm still 6 weeks out of that. So I might hit that, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Anyways, But man, this was great talking about this.
Yeah.
I still don't know what we're going to talk about next time because we have a new assistant that does all the thinking for us.
Yeah, it's great.
It's great.
We just show up and get drunk and talk. It's the best life.
So if you guys have anything else that you think is inconvenient about Japan, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, I'm really curious. Like, I really want to hear about the Japanese side.
Yeah, it's a Japanese person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what do you guys think is inconvenient here?
Yeah, cool, man. All right, I'll see you next. どうでしたか？今回の会話は楽しんでいただけたらとっても嬉しいのですが、英語を実際に生の世界で話せるようになるための第一歩に過ぎません。ほとんどの方は英語のフレーズを学んだり、こういう会話を聞いたりしても、いざ外国人を目の前にして話す機会が来ても、頭が真っ白になって言葉が出てこない。僕も同じでした。僕自身も日本語を4年間毎日勉強したのに、実際に日本に来たら全く話せなくて本当に悔しかったです。なんでかっていうと、英語を実際に話せる鍵は勉強じゃなくて話す感覚を身につけることなんです。で、僕はいっぱい勉強したからフレーズや文法の知識はあったけれども、実際に話す時の感覚がなかったんです。そこで勉強からこの話す感覚の習得にフォーカスしたら、僕と900人以上の僕の生徒さんも、驚くほど話せるようになって人生が劇的に変わりました。具体的にどうやってこの感覚を身につけていつでもどこでも気軽に自信を持って話せるようになったかは無料動画講座でシェアしています。もしあなたは今の英語学習で満足しているならそれでも OK です。ぜひこのままこちらの動画をご覧ください。でも今の自分を変えたいとか実際に話せるようになりたいと強く思っているなら無料動画講座をメールでお届けしているのでここをタップするか概要欄にあるリンクをタップしてぜひ登録してみてください。Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you next time. これからも一緒に世界とつながりましょう。バイバイ。